Hi Cancer, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly astrological report for the month of August 2022. If you could please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. There's so much happening and we begin the month with a bang because on July 31st, Uranus, which is the planet of surprise, chaos, brilliance, and the unexpected, met up with the North Node of Destiny. And this is a very erratic and unpredictable combination. The North Node represents our collective destiny, and Uranus is the planet of shocks and surprises, and it also rules technology and social media. We could be ending the month and beginning the month of August with some big fated events which are really out of the blue and electric. Could be issues with technology or the internet. And Uranus does rule weather patterns. And in Taurus, which is connected with Mother Earth, it could affect something with weather patterns, but something pretty wild, the energy. It could bring epiphanies and enlightenment because Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, and it is about enlightenment and brilliance, but it is very chaotic energy. And also Jupiter, which is the grand benefic, the luckiest planet, retrograded on July 28th at 8 degrees and 43 minutes of the cardinal fire sign of Aries. And it retrograded in your house of career and life goals. It's been transiting there since May 10th in the midst of eclipse season. And Jupiter expands and opens doors. It brings opportunity and optimism and expansion. We feel the station 5 days before and 5 days after, and it exaggerates the tone of that planet, which is the planet of exaggeration and expansion. So it probably is expanding the chaos and in information that we're all receiving. And for you, again, Uranus met up with the North Node of Karma in your house of friends, groups, community. It also deals if you're trying to market yourself with social media, if you're trying to network for a job. Maybe there's some surprise or shock with a friend. Maybe you get an unexpected social invitation or connect with people with whom you really resonate. There could be some exciting opportunities. It's not necessarily negative, but it is definitely frenzied, chaotic energy. So you got to recognize that. And the Sun and Mercury are transiting in the fixed fire sign of Leo, lighting up your house of income, money, and what you value. And Mercury is the planet of communication. The Sun shines wherever it transits, so it's bringing optimism to your financial opportunities. And Venus, the planet of love and money, is transiting in your sign until August 11th. And that's excellent if you're single and you're trying to meet people romantically. It's excellent for fixing up your appearance if you want to get a new hairstyle or haircut or fix up something, maybe a new wardrobe. It's excellent for magnetizing good opportunities and dealing with others in business. So it's a nice energy. And so we start the month, we feel the Jupiter retrograde, so how we expand. And Jupiter will remain in your house of career until October 28th. Then it's going to return to the final 2 degrees of Pisces from October 28th through December 20th. And it's going to be transiting in your house of hope and optimism and manifestation, as well as higher learning, promotion, and publicity, really getting yourself out there. Then it returns to your house of career from December 20th through May 16th, opening many different doors for you professionally, which it is right now. And if you want to launch new things, I feel like this summer, early, in September, is a good time because Mars will retrograde later in the fall, and I'll talk about that later, but that's a big deal too, to recognize that Mars is going to retrograde, and that's how we get things done and how we accomplish things, and it's the ruler of your house of career. So we begin the month, and on August 1st, Mars, which rules your house of career, represents drive, ambition, but also anger, meets up with Uranus and the North Node in Taurus at 18 degrees of the fixed Earth sign of Taurus in your house of friends, groups, and community. There can be a showdown. There could be maybe some explosiveness with friends. Mars is very impulsive and Uranus is very erratic and explosive. So we know that that energy is at play. So lay low if people are fiery. It could also be very innovative energy where maybe you're brainstorming with a community and getting a lot of amazing things done in a fated, opportunistic way. On August 2nd, Venus, which is transiting in your sign, the planet of love, money, and what you value, forms a good aspect to Uranus, and that could bring unexpected social opportunities, and it's a very innovative and creative energy and positive flow. On August 4th, Mercury, which is the planet of communication, enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo, where it will transit until August 25th. And it's transiting in your house of local community, marketing, sales, gathering information, teaching, and learning. And this is an excellent time if you're trying to market yourself, if you're looking for a job and you're going on interviews. It's also good for social energy, going on dates, meeting people, getting involved locally, doing some fun things like going to fairs or local events and having some fun. So that's a social type of energy for you. On August, on August 7th, Venus forms a beautiful trine to Neptune, and that's a very lucky influence, an aspect of flow, and it's a very lucky, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, very good for manifesting for you because Neptune rules your house of manifestation. Later that day, Mars forms a challenging square to Saturn. That could feel like a roadblock. It can feel frustrating. It's great for doing really hard work that takes a lot of patience, but it can feel like things get delayed or blocked a little bit. And Mars is transiting in your house of friends and groups, so just knowing that that energy is at play. And then on August 8th, the Sun forms a beautiful aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer. And for you, that can bring healing around your career and your professional goals, because this has been such a tough time to get things done the last couple of years. But later on the 8th, Venus, which is in your sign, forms a challenging opposition to Pluto, the planet of death and power and regeneration. And Pluto's transiting in your house of partnerships and relationships, where it has been since 2008. And that could bring power plays in partnerships, that could bring breakups, that can be very dramatic energy. So knowing that you want to be conscious of that energy, you can't control others, but you can control yourself. So knowing that that is heavy energy. And on August 11th, a lot is happening. The Sun squares Uranus, the planet of the unexpected. And that could be a little bit of exciting energy, but could feel a little anxious. Venus, the planet of love and money, leaves your sign and enters the fixed fire sign of Leo, where it will transit until September 5th, transiting in your house of money, income, and what you value. And that's excellent for bringing new creative and financial opportunities for you. Definitely good for bringing money into your life. And Mars, the planet of action, forms a helpful aspect to Neptune, the planet of dreams and imagination. And that's excellent for taking creative action to get things done. There is a full moon that occurs at 9:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 19 degrees and 21 minutes of the fixed air sign of Aquarius. And this full moon falls in your house of death and loss. It's a very psychological house dealing with buried emotional issues. It's also the house of money and debt and taxes and joint resources. It sets off where Saturn, the planet of karma and responsibility, has been transiting in Aquarius since early March of this year, and it'll pass this degree of Aquarius in early December. So what you've been working on in healing the loss, in rebirthing yourself in a very tough time, in dealing with debt and money, and so many of us are dealing with debt and taxes in varying ways, and releasing the blocks so that you can really anchor that area, because Saturn wants you to really focus on that area of your life until March 7th of next year, when Saturn leaves the sign of Aquarius, really getting clear on doing self-healing, on getting your money and finances in order, and healing from loss that we've all endured. On August 14th, the Sun opposes Saturn, and that can feel onerous. You could feel tired with that energy. You could feel a little pressured with finances with that, but just knowing that it could be a time of making some decisions of how you can be more effective. On August 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a very good aspect to Uranus, the planet of innovation. And for you, that's excellent for brainstorming with friends. It could definitely bring some social opportunities out of the blue. Excellent for networking, promoting yourself on social media, and coming up with very clever ideas. On August 18th, the two benefics of the zodiac are in harmony. Venus, the planet of love and money, forms a beautiful trine to Jupiter, the grand benefic. And Jupiter is the planet of higher learning, expansion, and good fortune. And this is really good for you for bringing financial opportunities and professional opportunities. And it's also fun and romantic energy. August 20th is one of the headline days of the month. Mars, which rules your house of career and is the planet of action and passion, enters the mutable air sign of Gemini, where it will be through March 26th of next year. It's transiting in your house of dreams, spirituality, the unconscious mind, and endings. And it is going to be here from August 20th through March 26th. That's a really long time. It retrogrades on October 30th at 25 degrees and 37 minutes of the mutable air sign of Gemini, which is very scattered energy and is hard for making decisions. Mars will also be out of bounds, which means that it exceeds the sun's outer limits and it does not play by the rules. And that's going to be from October 22nd through May 4th, which is a really long time. And that's very fiery energy with Mars out of bounds. Mars retrogrades from October 28th. It stations direct on January 12th at 8 degrees and 8 minutes of the mutable air sign of Gemini, and it leaves Gemini altogether on March 26th. It's going to be transiting in your house of dreams the entire time. This is a really good time for you to figure out how you can do more self-healing work, doing more spiritual practice, whether it's yoga or meditation or manifesting, getting more rest, taking better care of your body, working with your dreams. Your imagination and your unconscious mind will likely be very active. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It comes up with a lot of ideas. So for you, a lot of action you might be sorting things out in your dreams is the way I'd put it. But it's going to be very creative. If you're doing creative projects, writing, doing art, making music, excellent energy for all of that. And so that is a big deal. Mars is going to be in Gemini a long time. On August 21st, Mercury forms an opposition to Neptune, and that could bring confusing information that could conceivably be deceptive or just be misunderstandings. On August 22nd, Mercury forms a helpful aspect to Pluto, and that's good for you for partnering opportunities professionally and socially. the sun enters the mutable earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through September 22nd, transiting in your house of local community, commerce, communication of all forms. And this is excellent for really bringing light to your communication and passion. And on August 24th, Uranus retrogrades. That's another big headline day. Uranus retrogrades at 18 degrees and 55 minutes of the fixed earth sign of Taurus. And we feel the buildup 5 days before and 5 days after. Uranus is still transiting with the north node of karma and bringing a lot of enlightenment and revelations and chaos. The surprising energy, the shocks, sudden endings. There could be things with friends that come in out of the blue. Maybe you get, again, surprising news, unexpected situations. We'll all feel it. It'll be, we're all going to feel a little bit of that zany Uranian energy. On August 25th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters the cardinal air sign of Libra, where it will be until September 23rd, transiting in your house of home and family and emotional security. Excellent for decluttering your space, getting organized. If you have your own business, excellent for getting work done, getting paperwork done, and just, a lot of work at home. On August 26th, Venus squares Uranus, and that could bring unexpected events. It could be unexpected invitations, could be a little chaotic with partnerships. On August 27th, there is a new moon that takes place at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 4 degrees and 4 minutes of the mutable earth sign of Virgo. And the new moon is always a time for planting new seeds and setting intentions. And for you, it's in the house of thoughts and ideas, really writing down, being very specific of what you want to magnetize in your life. And a lot of new beginnings regarding learning and teaching. Maybe you're taking workshops. Maybe you want to take classes. This is excellent energy for learning. And on August 27th, the sun also squares Mars, so there's a little bit of a combative tone to the day. On August 28th, Venus forms an opposition to Saturn, and that can be challenging regarding communication and with relationships. There could conceivably be breakups, or just it could feel pressured. On August 29th, the north node of karma ignites Chiron, the wounded healer. And for you, there could be issues of healing with friends or around your career or reputation, but it's good for doing healing work. I wish you a lot of luck, Cancer. Thank you very much.